Okay, this next video is going to give you a little orientation to Photoshop. Now, in order to orient ourselves into Photoshop, we need to open up Photoshop. So there's a couple of ways you can do that. You can go ahead and click on the app at the bottom on the dock and you can open it, but I find a little better way for us to directly go to the Photoshop editor is to select the images that we want to open, then right click and then go open with the Photoshop editor. So to do this, we want to open up a lot of pictures, and you already know if you hit the Command A button, that'll select everything that in that column. Now you can do this individually also by holding down the Command button as you click. You can see as I keep clicking on them, it'll let me select and deselect the images. Then I'm going to right click in this field here and I'm going to go to the third option, open with, and you'll see this is the one you want to go to, Photoshop Elements 12 Editor. Now it's going to take a little while, so I'm just going to pause the recording a little bit while it opens up. Okay, so after a minute or so, we opened up Photoshop. You should have seen like the pictures kind of scrolling or kind of flashing. So they're all here. It's just that you only see one at a time. It would be like paper stacked. So what we want to do first, after we open up Photoshop, is we want to kind of set it up so we have more than these tools, so we can see a layers window, we can see the photo bin on the bottom. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to change from the quick version of Elements Editor to Expert. So if you click on, you can see that things have changed. You have a lot more tools to pick from. You have these tabs here, and if I click on the tabs, you can see all the pictures that I have opened here. Now if you want to X out of one or two or several, you can do that by just clicking the X right here, and that'll get rid of it. You can also, you may or may not have this layers window on the right hand side. You do want it. So in order to get it, you go to the bottom part here, and where it says layers, you click, and then this is the window. We're going to be using that after a few steps. Right now it's not that important to have, but you know, you kind of want to get used to it being there. So you want to click on the layers. Also the photo bin. The photo bin appears on the bottom. So if I clicked photo bin, you can see they're all over here, all the pictures that I have opened. And this is kind of useful, and you can jump around from picture to picture by just double clicking on the thumbnails. So just to orient you a little bit and to give you the correct titles, on the left hand side here, this is known as the toolbar. So if I ever say go to the toolbar, it's the tools over here. If I talk about the photo bin, that's along the bottom over here where all the little thumbnails of all the pictures that you have open appear. And on the right hand side here, this is called the layers window. Right now each picture only has one layer, but as you start stacking pictures and putting pictures on top of other pictures, you're going to see the layers build over here. Along the top, in this field right here, where it says where it says Photoshop Elements Editor, this is known as the menu bar. So if I tell you to click on File in the menu bar, that's where you're going. You're going into the menu bar up here. So again, menu bar, toolbar, photo bin, layers window. Now this gray field here, this is sort of like your working area. I like to call this the blotter. So if I say you should have a certain picture on your blotter, you should see a certain picture in your blotter, this is the area that I'm talking about. Okay. Now the next video is going to be showing you how to crop photos, and we'll be using this cropping tool over here. Now one thing I want you to note before we move any further is that as you click on different tools, you're going to notice that your photo bin disappears, and in its place is a window called Tool Options. So every tool has several options, and you can modify the tool by going down over here. Okay? So like I said, the next video we're going to be using the cropping tool.